Hey people, I'm live. Hello, welcome everyone to a Saturday afternoon live stream in downtown Toronto, looking down at Yonge Street from the steps of the Toronto Metropolitan University Learning Centre. That's quite the mouthful to say now. And I see we got Michelle Briggs in the chat. Hello there. And Sunjib. Hey, this is Ken Continuum. Sunjib. Ha. We got Harjot and Scott Briggs. Hello. Michael Stern. How you doing? Hello to Yahya. And Alan K. Kwan. Good day. And Marie Palmer. Hello. Happy Saturday. Rhonda Lloyd. And Brad Palmer. Hello. Dave Thomas. And we got Whitby Dude and Yogi. Hello, Yogi. That's all I see so far. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I'm doing very well, Yahya. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well too. Hello, Dan. My day is pretty good, pretty good. So I think I'm going to head sort of away from Yonge Street today. I'm going to head west. Hello, Kevin Hawthorne. How you doing? And hello, Manny. I'm doing very well. How are you? Mark Lang and Jenny. Hello, Jenny. So I think I'm going to head up to Elm Street, which is just right up ahead, and maybe take a walk along Elm Street heading west. It's pretty mild today. It was 13 degrees last time I looked at the temperature. It is a bit windy though, so that's kind of making it feel a little cooler. Feeling more like 10 degrees maybe. Hello, Smitty. Yeah, nice weather. Hey, hello. So this is the very charming Elm Street here. Lots of nice restaurants. Johnny's favorite restaurant right there, Barbarians. This whole area is a bit of a gem. There are some proposals to build some towers, but the proposals are to build them on top of the existing historic building and not alter the historic building in any significant way. Yeah. Freddy Krueger's neighborhood right here. It's not Halloween though. I guess we're past the danger zone. Extra crispy, eh? Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's nice to do a non-talking video every once in a while. So I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today or tomorrow, but the forecast for tomorrow is calling for rain. Whereas today is a pretty nice day, so I thought that was a no-brainer. So tomorrow I can probably just chill inside all day. I still have plenty of videos in the can that I can post. I think I still have 4 more videos from Vancouver that I haven't even uploaded yet. Plus a couple that I've uploaded but haven't posted yet. And I still have a bunch of Toronto videos that I haven't posted yet. Hey, Johnny Strides is in the house. Hope you're having a chill day today, Johnny. I was just watching your Black Friday video right before I came out. I also did a Black Friday video. Ha! Wouldn't you know? What a coincidence. You looking forward to the ferry ride video, Whitby dude? Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice to upload. I watched it and I think it's quite enjoyable, really. It's on the short side. I didn't record the entire ferry journey. Cyber Monday, we'll see. I'll just record my laptop screen as I refresh on a shopping website over and over again. Hey, John Burke, hello. What am I shopping for? Nothing, Dan. I do not take part in the madness that is Black Friday or Cyber Monday, usually. Other than to record the madness for my channel. That's right, Jenny, that's right. Those are the only deals worth waiting for. The wind is blowing my phone. That's the new patient care center for Sick Kids Hospital. It's a pretty nice looking building. Got a small tree for Christmas, like a Charlie Brown type Christmas tree. I have one of those. It's about 8 inches high. Megan insisted I get one, even though I was like, I don't need no Christmas tree, yada yada. I don't do Christmas, yada yada. But she was like, oh, come on, everyone does it, come on, come on. So she got me this little 8-inch Christmas tree. And she got me a Toronto themed ornament to put on it to kind of make me more inclined to actually go along with it. $10,000 bag, yeah. I'll get her one of those Birkin bags. I think they're like 30 grand, right? Yeah. No problem, no problem. Why does Megan not drive? Well, she has a license, so she doesn't have her own car or anything. Or she's in the process of getting her license, I guess I should say. Just because her grandmother is getting on in her years, and Megan thought it would be handy to have a license to be able to drive her grandmother around sometimes, if need be. But she doesn't really need a car, to be honest, because she doesn't really embrace living in Guelph in the way that a person would who is a typical suburbanite. She wants to spend all of her time in Toronto and eventually move back to Toronto. And you don't need a car if you live in the city, like in the core of the city, anyway. Clayton Crawford, what is up? What is up? And Falcom Scott, hello. Bah humbug, yep. University Avenue. Hey, Rainbow Obsidian. Yeah, it is a very nice day. Just out of curiosity, I looked at the weather in Vancouver right now, and it's only 6 degrees there and overcast or possibly rainy. So I thought, haha, we got you beat today, Vancouver. But yes, I did have a lovely time there, Nikki. I enjoyed the city quite a bit. I really only spent most of my time in Kitsilano and right downtown, so I didn't get a chance to check out some of the other areas like Main Street or Commercial Drive, some of the more popular areas outside of downtown, but oh well. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy, how are you? And hello, JD Fisher. You walked everywhere and took TTC, that's right. That's what I do. I walk far more than I take the TTC. When I do take the TTC, it's mostly just to get somewhere where I want to record a video or do an actual TTC video. If not for that, I'd probably hardly ever take the TTC. Just walk, walk, walk. I'll let you know, JD Fisher, if there's an opening. And that's true, Rainbow Obsidian. Say that again. Do I have back pain? Nope, I have no back pain. And I'm glad of it. I hear that's a real bitch. I don't buy a monthly Presto Pass because when I do use the TTC, I don't think I use it enough to warrant buying a monthly pass. I just sort of pay as I go. I always have the dingus pain. Pain in my ass. Holy cow, son. Get behind that building already. Alright. Couldn't see a thing. Hey Falcom, life is good, yeah. I hope you can say the same. Yeah, there's the CN Tower. This is McCall Street. Got Jimmy's Coffee and Krispy Kreme donuts. I think at one time this was the only Krispy Kreme downtown. Now there's like a few of them. Why does that sound familiar, Clayton Crawford? Is that Side by Side? Is that the tune to Side by Side? Yeah, very true. Rainbow Obsidian, including this area right here where I am right now, Baldwin Village. It's looking a bit unlively at the moment, but at times this is quite a bustling little stretch here along Baldwin Street. Lots of patios in the warm weather. All sorts of restaurants. It has sort of fallen on a bit of a downward trend, I think, in recent years, but hopefully that's just temporary. There's been a couple of fires, and some of the old businesses have closed down. There used to be a record store across the street. It looks like the health food store is closed down. Oh, Rockin' Robin, that's what it is. I knew it sounded familiar. Hello, Frank. How you doing? Really? You haven't been here since you were a kid, eh? Well, it's easy to kind of overlook this area if you don't specifically seek it out. And there's some cute little buildings. Yeah, Baldwin does continue through Kensington Market. Once you pass Spadina.
It's kind of like text-to-speech software, kind of similar.
So now we're in sort of like the residential side of Chinatown. There's Beverly School. Does Bevy know about this place? It's even spelled with an L-E-Y, just like the street, which is just right behind me. You like Toronto better than Vancouver? Yeah, that's fair enough. I think people are pretty split on that opinion, depending on what side of the country they live on, for the most part. For me personally, I like these old brick houses, 19th century row houses or semi-detached type houses, and you don't really see those in Vancouver, so that gives a definite plus in the Toronto category for me. Hey O'Brien, how you doing?
You've seen it with so many partnerships.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, Vancouver has all the nature, but that doesn't really do much for me. I like the city because I like to be in the city. I don't really crave being out in nature. Some people like both. So Vancouver would be the best of both worlds for them. Just a less big and busy city, that's all. I'm wondering, instead of walking straight to Spadina, oh yeah, for sure, Scott Briggs, yeah. Let's check out Glasgow Street. It's like a neat little street around the corner. They probably called it Glasgow Street because it kind of looks like you could be in Glasgow. Is it up here or is it the next block up? Might be the next block up. It's been a while since I've walked around this neighborhood. There's the next block up, College Street. It must be here then. Can't believe I'm getting lost in Chinatown. Well, I'm not lost. I know where I am. I'm just not sure where Glasgow Street is. Noble Costs. Yeah, I'm back on home base. Oh, here's Glasgow Street. Okay, I was right. All is well with the world. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. It's sort of like similar to one of those little hidden streets you find in some other parts of Chinatown and Kensington Market. It's just like tucked away, sort of like a dead end with some old row houses. Looks like it hasn't changed in about 120 years. Hey, Chris Smith, how are you doing? Like Bright Street, it has a similar sort of feel as Bright Street. Yep. But here you get a CN Tower view. You don't get that from Bright Street. Then you have this enormous bunker here at the end of the street. Looks like a vertical prison. Hello.
I didn't want to be in your way that way.
Oh, it's okay. Have a good day. Noble Costs, well, you know, not to kind of disparage Edmonton in any means, but I'd say hands down Vancouver if I had to choose between them. Like Vancouver felt like a big city when you're walking around downtown. And even though Edmonton has tall buildings and all that sort of thing, it looks big from a distance, but once you're walking in downtown Edmonton, it doesn't feel big. Unless you just think of large buildings and parking lots as being what a city should be, which I don't. I know Wing Zero. I've seen some of those prison high-rises. And here we have Spadina. Hello, Best Estimates Reborn. I had trouble saying that. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, and if Toronto was included in that ranking, then for sure I put Toronto number one, but just between Vancouver and Edmonton, it's Vancouver easily. Boom, 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 chicka laka 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 laka, boom, boom, boom. Is there anything more obnoxious than that? I think these people are just completely socially unaware. Too much rain in BC, yeah. At least in Vancouver, anyway. The interior of BC can almost seem like a desert. Yeah, the West Edmonton Mall is something else. I mean, it's definitely worth checking out if you're ever in the area, just for this sheer spectacle of it. Robin Shepherd in Palm Springs, California. Speaking of desert, you don't feel like schlepping out there? I don't blame you. I think Action Kid's video of that mall is probably all you need. I think that was a bit of a boondoggle, right? That mall? Just getting it open, and even now that it's open, it's kind of on a precarious standing. Hello in Napanee, hometown of Avril Lavigne. See, I know things about Napanee. Sorry about that, truly Canadian. YouTube is not good at doing its job sometimes. That's a common complaint. I'm glad you're able to catch the stream while it's live, though. The biggest mall we have in this area is Square One in Mississauga. It's actually second to the West Edmonton Mall in Canada. And I haven't done a video there, but I watched Johnny's video, and that mall seems like it's easy to kind of lose your way because the corridors and concourses go in so many different directions. West Edmonton Mall is simple. It's just two long concourses, one above one another, for almost the entire length of the mall. And then a few smaller ones that branch off on the sides. Square One is like a bit of a maze, I think. Yeah, we're on College Street, heading west. There's Kensington Market. Looking down Augusta. Alan, yeah, it's a very nice day. A bit windy. If it was less windy, it would be perfect. And Sherway is like circular concourses that sort of overlap one another. So you think you're walking in one direction, but then you end up walking in the complete opposite direction as you move your way through the mall. Yorkdale is pretty easy to navigate. It's just a north-south concourse and an east-west concourse that intersect with one another. Two of each, I think. Yeah, this fire station has an amazing lookout tower with a clock. Yeah, Toronto does fire stations really well. The old historic ones, they're all pretty awesome. The newer ones are not as awesome. And it does old public library buildings well also. So we're heading into Little Italy. I'll just take us through some of that neighborhood. I'm thinking I'll eventually go north up to Bloor. Hey Darlene Labadie, how are you? Vivian Johnson, good afternoon. Glad you can make the stream. Hope you're feeling better. And here's Sneaky D's, local landmark for now, at least at that location. Eventually it's going to be relocated somewhere, hopefully. Thank you very much, Vivian. It's good to be back. Now see this, yeah, Sneaky D's. Good old Sneaks. Isn't that what the locals call it? I've never really called it Sneaks. I have had the nachos there. They are good. It's been a long time since I've been there though, and the last time I was there, I believe I did have the nachos. It was ages ago. So we're entering Little Italy. Right, thank you Rainbow Obsidian. Have a great dinner, and I hope to see you next time. I'll just let this guy go. Awesome old building. Latvian house, that's what that building is called. Now see this? I know you're talking about Batondos, right? It's like a local institution. I've done a bunch of videos where I walk past there and point the place out. It's been a long time since I've had a slice of pizza from there too, though. I think about as long as it's been since I've been to Sneaky D's. And Fresca also has good pizza. I think they're somewhere around here. I might have already passed it, I'm not sure. T-shirt guys across the street. All your t-shirt needs. And for all your braces needs. All you crooked tooth people out there. Why is that hard to say? Thank you, Falcom. And good afternoon, David Clippert. Welcome to the stream. And looky look, it's Burrito Boys, College Street edition. This is the first Burrito Boys I ever went to, before I even lived in Toronto. And I did enjoy the burrito I had after my last stream. I ended the stream right outside Burrito Boys on Dundas and went in, got myself a bean and cheese, and a couple of the employees inside recognized me because they know that I'm a big Burrito Boys fan. Oh, somebody won something. This is a popular spot for watching the World Cup here, Cafe Diplomatico. Somebody scored. Yahia. Guess what? I didn't miss it. I was there when they released the snow in the Eaton Center. Yeah, by all means, hit that like button, people, if you're enjoying the walk. Let's see if we can get it up over 100 likes. And you might as well hit the subscribe button too if you're going to hit the like button. Why not? And then come and say hello in the chat if you're lurking. That's a good place too, Cafe Diplomatico. I've been there a bunch of times. The pasta is my favorite thing. That's sort of like one of the landmark restaurants of the neighborhood. Maybe the main landmark restaurant. Mr. Hippo. Hey, Clayton Crawford, $1 super chat. Thank you very much, Clayton. I appreciate the support very much. Jeez, the sun is not shining on me, but it's shining on the building, and then it's reflecting off of the building directly into my eyes. That's what happens when you have these shiny modern buildings. The old brick ones don't do that. Alright, looks like they've made a theme of this. Alright, well, I guess those people were cheering for Argentina. Yeah, we got some Christmas decorations. Hey, Jay Smith. Nice burn, Vivian Johnson.
I know. I guess it's like April.
Kelso from that 70s show would approve of that burn. Hey, Mike Kirk, you're welcome. Thanks for checking out the stream. Hey now, you're an all-star. Emma Forsberg, you want to live in Canada? Well, make it so. Probably within the realm of possibility to make that come true. That's what you really want to do. I think Canada is accepting upwards of 500,000 immigrants each year in the coming years. All-time high numbers of immigrants. Probably a good couple 100,000 of those will initially come to the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, or the Greater Golden Horseshoe area around Toronto. You're from Sweden, eh? Sweden is an awesome place to live also. And we do have a downtown IKEA now, so you'd feel right at home in downtown Toronto. Ha! Bad joke, I know. Hello, Ali BHG. How are you? All right, Emma. Well, I hope one day you can call Canada home. Specifically Toronto. Because this is the best place. According to me. Don't listen to those Vancouverites. David Clippard? Yeah, sure, I have been abroad before, just not since I've had my YouTube channel. I've been all over Western Europe. And yeah, I'd like to go back someday. Gino's Pizza. Probably not one of the most highly recommended places to get pizza, but it'll do in a pinch. It's better than pizza, I think, if you're getting a slice. But that's not saying much. Rain Oneful back in 1900. My God, how old are you? Yeah, that's crazy. They're tearing that place down in Hamilton already. Blaze Pizza. I've been there a bunch of times. It's good. It's not your typical just walk in and buy a slice place, though. You have to kind of sit down. Or at least I did when I was there. You get like a whole pizza. And here's Ossington Avenue. Look, they're short turning. I bet you the people who are on that streetcar are very happy. It's always great when you're heading somewhere and then all of a sudden it's like, the streetcar will be stopping here. Well, Dan, it was quite the adventure, I can say that. I started in London, then I made my way to Brussels, and then I made my way to Amsterdam, then I made my way to a bunch of German cities, then I made my way to Paris, and then back to Brussels, and then back to Paris. And then I ran out of money several days before my flight was due to depart from London back to Toronto. And I was in France, or no, I was in Belgium when I ran out of money. And I made my way to France. But then I could not make my way back to England, because at that time you could only take a ferry across the English Channel. So I was stranded in France while the days were passing, and I was afraid I was going to miss my flight back to Toronto. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I had to sleep on benches and in vans with hippies and wherever I could for a few days. I did eventually make it back to England though, thanks to a kindly English woman who took pity on me and bought me a ticket to go back across the English Channel. And then she let me stay at her house for a couple days. And then I got a ride to the airport when it was time for my flight to depart. So it all worked out in the end thanks to the kindness of a stranger. And I'm still in touch with her. She sends me a Christmas card every year. That was when I was in my early 20s. I was sort of like a itinerant hippie, I guess you could say. International Day. That was in the 90s, so a long time ago. Try Ireland next time? Yeah, I'd like to go there. You got stuck in Honolulu, did you, David? Wow. I guess that's a better place to be stuck in than Brussels. I mean, Brussels was alright, but after a while I was like, get me out of this place. Hey, Will Chan, how are you? Mark MW, that's awesome. I do have a friend who lives just outside of Dublin too, that I talk to, you know, online and things like that. She offered me accommodation if I was ever in Ireland as well. I think the weirdest part of my European trip was before I ran out of money, when I was still just traveling around on the trains. I had one of those Eurail passes. This guy I met on the train decided to become my travel buddy, whether I wanted him to or not. Sort of glommed onto me. He was a guy from Sweden, actually. He was a Swedish guy. And I was kind of stuck traveling around with this guy for like a few days. Even though I really just wanted to do my own thing. He even made up a weird song about our travels together. That looking back seemed a little bit creepy maybe. It was something like, together, forever, traveling around. At the time I was like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into here? Does he keep in touch? No, I had never heard from him after we parted ways. It'd be hilarious if he ever watched my channel. You never know, it could happen. Hey Megan, alright, how are you? I hope Bonsai is fully back to his normal affectionate self now with you. If he shows up at my apartment, it's not good. Allie, I guess you'll have to re-listen in the replay. Let's just say Swedish guy glommed onto me when I was in Europe. You've been lurking, eh? Well, of course you're putting up the Christmas decorations now, of course. Well, you must just be in your happy place now. Yeah, and I have 10 mods. They don't always show up in the stream at once, but sometimes most of them do. But I told myself 10 is my max. So every time someone asks me if they can be a mod, I'm like, I'm full up right now, thank you. Ever been to Dublin? No, but I would like to go. Bill Chow, you know what? I wouldn't have minded. That would have been pretty cool, actually. Macklem Avenue. I've always thought this street was kind of interesting. It sort of has a bit of that Glasgow street vibe to it. Just sort of tucked away. Yeah, Megan, we walked down Glasgow Street earlier. I'm already at Dufferin Street. Emma, yeah, I bet. I guess it could be a bit unnerving being that close to Russia right now. Of course, Canada also has Russia sort of hovering just over our northern border. But we have that big behemoth right below us, keeping the Russians at bay. I don't think I'm going to go as far as the junction. I'm thinking maybe Lansdowne, and then I'll head up to Bloor. Oh, for sure, David Clippard, and sometimes I have Russians in the chat, and I don't hold any ill will towards citizens of Russia or any other country. They are not their government. So any Russians who might happen to watch this, you're more than welcome to participate, just like anyone else. Everyone is cool with me. We're all people. Am I suffering at Dufferin? I haven't been to the Dufferin Mall in a long time, since my last video I did there, which was, geez, I don't know, a year ago. Hey Alex, how are you? Toronto rocket chime. Yeah, I kind of like it. Ding, ding, ding. And make my own pad thai. I don't know, Scott. I think that's a recipe for disappointment. Maybe I'll just cross the street here. I've been walking on the same side of the street forever. I think it was to avoid the sun. I think that was the point initially. I think the sun has gone low enough now. Have a cook-off with Johnny. Now he has more cooking experience than I do. Even if he's still bad, he's better than me. Hey, Mike Landry, $5. Hello, Ken and everyone in the chat. Thank you very much, Mike, for the support. It is very much appreciated. And once again, it's awesome to have you join in the live chat. One of the original commenters of my videos from way back when. Seems like so long ago, but it was really only 4.5 years ago. Hey look, it's Margaretta Street. Where's Megan? Is she still watching? This was where Megan lived. Her place is just right up there. Or her old place. That's where I rescued her elephant statue from the porch. Anyone remember that classic live stream? Hey, Christian Hansen. Cheers to you. Dan, yes, that is tonight. The cavalcade of lights kicks off and the lighting of the Christmas tree at Nathan Phillips Square. There's going to be a bananas number of people there. So I wasn't really planning on capturing it all live, but I'll definitely check out the lights and the tree and everything a bit later on. Maybe after some more snow has fallen, if that's going to happen. Unless we get one of those snowless winters, which does happen in Toronto sometimes. Ah, there's the sun. That's what I was avoiding. costs. Since I've been living in Toronto, that has happened a number of times. I mean, there might be flurries and things like that, but very little accumulation of snow on the ground during an entire winter. That can happen here.
Yeah.
Hey, funny dog, how are you? Of course, this snowless winter is not good for the YouTube channel. So as much as I enjoy a winter without snow, I would not enjoy missing out on an opportunity to record a video of a snowstorm that might get a shit ton of views. Like my last big snowstorm video from last January, was it? When we got that gigantic blizzard. The polar vortex, I do remember that, Smitty, yeah. Megan, we walked past your street just like 5 minutes ago. Good old Margaretta Street. Here is a French high school, as they call them here, a Francophone high school, École Secondaire Toronto West. Hey Susan, former West Toronto, you had friends that used to go there. Yep, so it wasn't always a French school. Graffiti art, it can be. It definitely can be. But it can also just be vandalism, depending on how you go about it. So we're heading north on Lansdowne. There's some dingus yelling behind me. I don't think he's yelling at me, but he's just yelling at the world. There's someone lawn mowing. I'm not sure what that sound is over there. I don't think it's lawn mowing, but some sort of power tool by the sounds of it. Uh-oh, the ding...
You're fucking nigger child molester!
Okay, this guy is off the rails here. I'd rather not have that guy walking directly behind me.
Mental stability is immediate in life.
I rarely ever walk along this part of Lansdowne Street. I kind of like the style of the homes here. Christian, I was just going to say, they kind of have a Philadelphia look to them. You totally read my mind. Whoa, look at this place. I don't know if you're still watching, Megan, but does your room look anything close to this? Lena, how are you? Susan Bell, yeah, that was a nice effort there on their part. It's a neat old place too. Looks like it has 4 apartments. 2 above and 2 below. I like these ones too. They're sort of like kind of gritty looking old small apartment buildings or row houses. I like when they have that really old, well lived in look from the outside anyway. I wouldn't want it to be all run down on the inside. But from the outside it's okay. I like it. Emo's Music Channel, $2. Hi, Ken Continuum. How you doing? I'm doing great, Emo's Music Channel, and thank you very much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Hope all is well with you. And your YouTube channel, that's right. I see some of your videos pop up sometimes, and I've checked out some of them. Everyone should check out Emo's Music Channel. Yeah, it is a sort of an Archie Bunker looking neighborhood here. You're definitely right. Like, it has a Queens look to it, right? You see this sort of thing in Queens. So we have a little bit of Philly and a little bit of Queens. But then again, New York and Philly are often lumped together. People call Philly the 6th borough of New York sometimes. I think it's a bit far away to give it that designation, but I can see what they're getting at. If there were to be a 6th borough, I would say it's Jersey City. That's just my opinion. Or maybe the entire county that Jersey City is in. Is it Bergen County? I'm not too sure. Stay away from Megan's old street. Haha. I just walked past it a little while. Yeah, Novelcost. Staten Island is a bit of an outlier, right? It's part of New York City, but it's sort of its own thing. And here's Bloor Street. Back to a busy commercial strip. Alright, so now I'm heading back east along Bloor. Yeah, that's right, David Clippard. And then there's also all the urban areas just across the river in New Jersey that adds another 3 million people or so. So I think 21 million. So whether you measure the population by city or by metro area, New York City is about 2.5 times the size of Toronto. If you think of the more wide definition of Toronto's metro area, which is the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, two and a half to 3 times, sort of in between there somewhere. Wow, this is cool. It's cool to see some harder edged rock music being played on the street instead of the usual acoustic guitar type stuff that you'll often see. I mean, they are playing acoustically, but you get my drift. Yeah, I've never gotten a copyright claim from a live music act that I've come across. Even if they're covering a popular song, it's never happened to me, at least. Maybe it has to some other people, but just by sheer luck, I have not had that happen. And Hall, we're on Bloor Street, heading east. Kind of in the west end right now. This is Bloordale. Yeah, I couldn't understand what they were saying either, Ali, but that's kind of par for the course with a lot of rock music. Hey, Prince Stubbs. Yeah, well, at least you caught me live. Now that they've torn down this old school here, it sort of opens up a view that was not available before. You can see the CN Tower. Of course, pretty soon this will be a big construction site. There's going to be some new towers going up here. I think the tallest of which will be about 39 stories, which is pretty tall for this neighborhood. Most of the buildings around here are apartment buildings from the 60s and 70s that are maybe 15 stories tops, so some tall modern condos will definitely stand out in this area. And there's also going to be a retail section down at the base, and I think a pedestrian sort of walkway through the development with retail and restaurants. Hey, Mark Lang, glad you're able to enjoy this from all the way in Australia. It's kind of sad to see the old school go, though. It was a bit of a landmark building in the area. They have preserved this other old school, though, just you see over here. So that one won't be destroyed. Yeah, that's true, Scott Briggs. Lots of talent has come out of Long Island. And don't forget about Joey Buttafuoco. And Jerry Seinfeld. Dufferin Street. There's Dufferin subway station. The Long Island Lolita, that's right. Howard Stern too. Yep, the list goes on and on. Steven Tyler from the Boston area. You also got Mark Wahlberg and Donnie Wahlberg. I'd say the chances of that giving me a copyright strike are about negative 1.9 million. Clayton Crawford. Marky Mark, that's right. Who can forget Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? Hey, Chuck Diamond, hello, welcome to the chat and the stream. We were walking west for a long time, now we're making our way back east again. Yeah, the cars also, I was going to mention them, but I was like, were they from Boston or somewhere around Massachusetts? I thought they were. Thanks for confirming that. John O'Meara, New Kids on the Block. I think just the one Wahlberg brother was in that one. Donnie. Boston is from Boston? That one was just too obvious. It's like there's a band called Toronto. Guess what city they're from? Strangely enough, I think Mark Wahlberg has a house or a condo or whatever in Toronto now. He spends a lot of time here. He basically lives here part-time. Also, one of his restaurants is here. Kiss. The Beastie Boys. It's probably my favorite New York band. They were a band. Even if they did hip-hop, they were still a band also. They started off more like punk, really. Mr. Hippo is back. There's a random basketball mural. You enjoyed the poutine, Chuck Diamond, yeah? Something smells really good around here. What is this place? Balloons. It's a balloon store. Balloons on blower. It's okay. What do you think of that? For all your balloon needs. This guy is loud music pumping out of his giant pickup truck. Let's see if I can get away from this. We don't need to hear your music from your giant pickup truck. Hey, be good. For some reason, my favorite Kiss song is their least rock-sounding song, maybe. Or maybe, well, that's debatable, I guess. But it's their disco-themed song. I was made for loving you. I'm not sure why, but that one just appeals to me the most. A lot of these rock bands in the late 70s sort of caved and did a disco song. Even the Rolling Stones did one. And of course they got huge amounts of flack and criticism for doing that. He knew I was going to say that. Toronto has everything, it does. Sing some U2.
It's got a Santa hat on.
I don't know if I'll sing some U2, but I think I will say my favorite U2 album is Ak Chung Baby. But my favorite song, I think, is one of their earliest songs, New Year's Day. I'm not sure why I like that one, but I can just never really argue with these things. You just like it or you don't. What's the deal with this building?
But after like
You bought Bono's new book? I didn't even know he had a book. I did read their earlier autobiography though, from like way back when, like at least 25, 30 years ago, they had a book. About the whole band. think it was called Unforgettable Fire. I'm not sure what the name of the book was. Maybe I'm just mixing that up with the album. Alright, Ossington Avenue again. Hey, Pittsburgh RPG, how are you? Yeah, that's a good song by Cheap Trick, for sure. Hello Sam, happy Saturday. Yeah, it's a very good day to walk around the city. It's starting to get dark already though. All meatball. Wasn't there a restaurant called Hey Meatball? I think it was on College Street. Not to be confused with the Beatles song Hey Bulldog. Roxton Road. Richard Pine, yeah. Hey, meathead would be funny. That's something that Archie Bunker would say, right? And here's the office of Exclaim magazine, that music magazine. It's good to see that they're still putting out issues. I mean, a lot of these magazines of this sort have stopped putting out actual paper issues years ago, but Exclaim is still at it. It's free. It's like a free music mag. Oh, thanks for the update, Sunjib. Yeah, nice to see we passed 120 likes. Or that's good. That's very good. Is there anyone who's new to the stream? Hello, hello. Hope you're enjoying. If you want to say hello in the chat, just hit the subscribe button and by all means come and say hello. But lurking is perfectly fine if that's what you like to do. But you could still hit the subscribe button anyway. Ha. Is Now Magazine still around? Nope. They're gone the way of the dodo. Just recently, but I think there's a new magazine that has emerged. They won't be publishing as often as Now, which was like a weekly, but at least it's something. At least people have not given up on that form of reporting, music reporting and that sort of thing. I can't think of the name of the new one though, but I did read about it recently. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out for it. That makes it Then Magazine. Thank you, Chuck Diamond. I appreciate that. I remember when there was Now and I. They were sort of like the two big competing weeklies. And they were both packed with content. You could spend like a couple hours just browsing through each one. Hey, JP Atherton, $5. The Learning Annex. Thank you very much, JP, for the $5 super chat.
Cuando terminó.
Hello. I'm just keeping an eye on my battery here on my phone. I'm down to 22%. I'm probably going to get a notification soon. And there's Christie Pitts Park. You can say that again, Chuck Diamond. I'd like to add up all the distance from my streams just to see, because I do list the distance on the map. At least the newer videos, the map has a little distance indicator for each walk, so I could add all those up. And you could also just estimate the distance by the time of the video. Like a 30-minute video is around 2 kilometers, that sort of thing. Yeah, that would be a heck of a number. I do sometimes build chow. I just didn't grab it today. So I thought the weather was a bit warmer, and usually when the weather's a bit warmer, my phone battery lasts over 2 hours. Whereas now I don't think it's gonna, I think I'll just get a little over 2 hours with this stream. But sometimes it lasts up to 2.5 hours in the right weather conditions. Plus this phone is getting a little older now, so the battery doesn't hold its charge the way it used to. When I did do my 3-hour live stream a while back, that's when I did have my battery pack with me. That's still my longest live stream. Hey, Van Les Dweller, the walk is really good. Quite enjoying today. I could have walked to North Bay. I think well beyond that even. Maybe to Thunder Bay. Hello, Total Tech. So we're in Koreatown. And I just did get that notification. I'm at 13% battery. And I'm just about to hit 2 hours, so I think I will wrap up the stream once we cross that 2-hour mark. As we make our way through Koreatown. This is a climbing gym now, but they have these sort of fake movie posters because this used to be a movie theater. They have these climbing themed fake movie posters. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, but you know what?
Hey, Alan K. Kwan, $2. All that walking, I need a burrito. I can't argue with that, Alan. Thank you very much for all your support. Start with North Bay and work up to Thunder Bay. That's a 12-hour drive just from North Bay to Thunder Bay. That would be quite the walk. But I see we're hitting 2 hours, so thank you everyone for joining me on this very pleasant live stream walk here on a very nice Saturday. Still the afternoon, even if it's getting dark. So thanks to everyone for being very pleasant and getting along in the chat. Thanks to the mods. I didn't see any trolls or anything of that nature, which is always good. Thanks to everyone who sent a super chat, super sticker, or any PayPal donation. I appreciate all your support very much. And I'll be doing my next live stream probably in the middle of the week, around Wednesday. Maybe the last day of November. I'll get in one more live stream for the month. And keep an eye out for my daily videos that I've recorded. I still have a bunch of Vancouver videos coming up. So thank you everyone. Until next time, I will continue from back home in Toronto. Bye everyone.